Not a Merry Christmas for Giants fans as the team fell to the Eagles 33-25 in the city of brotherly love. So we're going to recap the Giants' loss to their division rivals on Christmas Day. We're going to do it with the great host for WFAN, the one and only Danielle McCartan, who joins me now. Danielle, how's your Christmas holiday going?
Oh, it was great. How was yours, Dax? I know you're working.
Well, I'm working, but I'm going to get to enjoy a little bit of it some more after we are done here. But it was a good one. Good one. I can't ever complain. Blessed to see another Christmas Day. But Danielle, let's talk about the Giants. And one of the major storylines from this game is that quarterback Tommy DeVito. He was benched after halftime for Tyrod Taylor. The Giants' offense was struggling in the first half, but I got to ask you this. Was this the right move by head coach Brian Daboll? And is it a wrap for DeVito Mania?
Yeah, that's just two really loaded questions that I'm sure we're going to talk about a lot this week on The Fan. Was it the right move? I don't think so. And hear me out, because look at where the Giants are in their season, in their draft order. They're eliminated from playoff contention. They're not really trying to win games. Tyrod Taylor is not going to be on this team next year. You really need to see what you have in Tommy DeVito. And when you look at the quarterback ratings for the both of them, Tyrod Taylor's rating was less than 5 points better than Tommy DeVito for today. Tommy DeVito completed more passes than Tyrod Taylor did in the same amount of attempts. So it almost looked to me that the game plan was just entirely different. It opened up a lot for Tyrod Taylor. They threw it downfield more with Tyrod Taylor. And I'd like to see, and we're coming right off the game here, but I would like to see, if I was in that press conference room, I'd like to see, what was the differentiation in the game plan for both of them? What skill sets does one have that the other might not? And that's what I would like to get to the bottom of. But was it the right move in a long-winded answer? No, I don't think so. And I think the end of DeVito Mania, maybe it was time for it to end. Let's focus on how the guy can actually throw the ball and progress as a quarterback. He'll be on the team next year, I believe. Tyrod Taylor won't be. It's up to finding out what what Tommy DeVito can do for the Giants moving forward. We know what Tyrod Taylor can do, and that's it.
Yeah, we do know about what he could do. And you mentioned something about how the offense opened up a little bit more, right? Because we did see the offense have some explosive plays with Tyrod Taylor under center. So if Taylor remains the Giants starter for the rest of the season, can Big Blue fans look towards offensive improvement over the final 2 games of this season?
Sure, but yes. The answer is yes. But what is it worth in the long run? Right now, the Giants have up to date the 5th overall draft pick. They continue to win games, and I'm not saying tank, because I think I'm still an athlete. I consider myself still an athlete. I coach. I would never, advocate for my team, whether I'm playing on it or coaching it, to tank. However, if you keep winning games with Tyrod Taylor, which the Giants probably could, it hurts you in the long run, in my opinion. They've got a comfy top 5 draft pick right now. Use it out of an offensive lineman and start to build this team out the right way. Playing Tyrod Taylor would mean that the Giants, I think, would continue to get farther and farther away from that, I guess, quote-unquote, goal.
You know this, Dan. I just want to follow up with that really quickly. Some fans are going to hear this on The Fan later this week. They're going to say, okay, but we want to win. Do you think that if Tyrod Taylor had played this entire game, especially the way you saw the offense open up, do you think the Giants would have won this game with Tyrod Taylor under center instead of I almost said Danny DeVito like you. You got me doing that. Instead of Tommy DeVito starting this game and then we saw the switch. Do you think it would have made a difference?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows, right? But I also know that Saquon Barkley was pretty non-existent in the first half as well. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe, probably. But again, we go back to the ultimate goal. Who is going to back up Daniel Jones next year? Is it going to be Tyrod Taylor? No. He's got like a $7 million, $6 million cap hit this year. They're not going to bring him back for next year. So let Tommy DeVito get out there, develop, and you see what you have in him. Maybe he's on the roster next year. Maybe you decide he's not. But this is the time, the unstructured time, that the hostile environment in Philadelphia, where he gets out there and you could see what he's made of. So maybe the Giants would have won. But again, back to the original thing here, the original idea here. At what cost?
Right.
At what cost would they have won?
Right. At what cost matters here. Now, we talked about the offense. I also want to ask you a little bit about the defense, because it gave 33 points in this contest. Philly ran for 170 yards. And look, Wink Martindale's defense, they had a bunch of missed tackles in this contest. What did you make of the defensive effort by the G-men on Christmas Day?
Yeah, overall, like you said, not great. The missed tackles were really, really something. You're trying to arm McFadden, especially was trying to arm tackle Swift. I mean, it's just not going to work like that, you know. The missed tackles were huge. Think about the two miscues, how the Giants got back into this game. It was a crash into each other on the kickoff return, and it was, again, though, the Giants did go. Adoree Jackson came up huge for the Giants. I mean, that pick six, 70-something yards, whatever it was, I mean, that was huge. So in a way, the Giants defense, in a weird way, kind of kept them into the game tonight. They kind of kept them close, score-wise. Could they have been tighter defensively? I mean, yeah, of course. It was 4th and 5. They're playing off coverage on 4th and 5 in a crucial spot. Not great. But Kayvon Thibodeau looked gassed at times in the fourth quarter. I mean, if I were to give it a grade, I would say probably a B, and the only reason being that pick six by Adoree Jackson. So overall, not great, but it did enough to keep him in the game, and at the very end, give the Giants at least a shot to get in there and tie it up.
No doubt about that. Giants did have a shot at the end to see if they could tie this up. That did not happen. They fall to the Eagles in Philadelphia. That is Danielle McCartan. Check her out on WFAN, one of the great hosts on the station, giving you her insight here on the Giants. Danielle, once again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year, a healthy New Year to you coming up soon. Thank you so much for joining me.
You too, Dex. Anytime. Buon Natale, huh?
There you go.